Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to On Our List. So, this is our
This is our new setup.
car version because we don't have time to, like, sit down and, like, edit videos anymore.
Yeah, because, we've got, like...
We have lives.
Yeah.
That we have to
attend to.
Yeah.
And,
but we just got out of the movie theater.
Yeah, we just saw Adrift.
Yeah. It was with Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin. And it was much better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, I didn't really have any expectations. I just know that I love these two actors.
Yeah.
So I knew, like, it would be told well, but I didn't have any expectations. I was just like...
Yeah, and we didn't look up, like, what anything was about before we watched it. We had no idea, like, the true story.
I thought it would be, like... I don't know what I was expecting, but... You know, typical Lost at Sea, only person in the movie kind of things. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's probably going to be one of those, but it was much better than I thought.
Yeah, so it was told, like, going back and forth between, like, when...
Real time.
Tammy and Richard were the names of the people first met in Tahiti.
Right.
And then to, like, when the whole boat accident happened, if you've seen the preview. So basically their boat, what's it called?
They're sailing across the world.
What's not a sailing boat? What's it called?
It's called a sailboat,
A sailboat.
On their sailboat.
When their sailboat got stuck in Hurricane Raymond, which was, like, apparently one of the worst hurricanes to ever hit the Pacific. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
yeah. So basically they're adrift for, like, 41 days.
41 days.
And, so
when the movie starts, like, is going through, you see her save Richard from a dinghy, and, like, she's getting the boat back together, and basically he's, like, has broken ribs, broken leg, and, like, he can't do anything.
They start to figure out where they're gonna go, how they think they're gonna reach land, because they're far off course, so they decide to go to Hawaii, which is, like, a long shot, because if they miss Hawaii, they're gonna die out there.
Yeah, and there's, not much food, there's not much water. So basically, the story's going back and forth when they first met to this. It's really cute. She was just graduated high school and, like, went off to see the world.
Right.
He's a little older, and he had built his own sailboat. And what they're doing is they're basically, Richard, the guy, like, knew this couple.
Yeah, this older couple who had a large sailboat that they needed to be taken from Tahiti back to San Diego in California. So they decide to do it because they say that they'll pay them and also give them, like,
$10,000 and a first class ticket back to Tahiti.
Yeah, so they can go on the rest of their trip, because they wanted to go to Japan. That was their plan.
Yeah.
So basically that plan goes awry because they fall into this storm, and the whole movie, at least during the time when they're not in the when they meet period of the movie, is them just trying to survive on this boat. Yeah,
that's, like, barely functioning.
Right.
So the whole time you think that Richard is alive.
And he's basically got broken ribs and a broken leg, and he can't really do much, but she was able to save him from the dinghy. Yeah. But then, in the last, like,
20
minutes of the movie, you realize that she's been, like, hallucinating him the entire time, and he never
existed. He was never alive. He never survived the storm.
Which was, like, quite the shock.
It really was, and, like, I mean... I don't know why I don't know why I didn't see it coming. Because she had a hallucination already about a ship, like a ship. Like,
I'm not even sure that was a hallucination. Like, it probably was, but
she said she's not hallucinating.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah, so she already had hallucination. So it was, like, foreshadowing that the whole time Richard was alive
was a
hallucination. But, like, we didn't look up the true story, so we didn't know that he had actually died. So this, like, 23-year-old, 24-year-old woman, like, survived 41 days at sea with herself. Like, little sailing knowledge by herself.
And it was crazy. Like,
we were saying we'd be dead in the first
hour.
I'd
be dead in 2 days.
No, I think an hour.
I think I would last 2 days. Only because, the will of the...
I even have more boating knowledge, I feel, than you.
I have zero boating knowledge.
I've grown up, like, we had a boat.
And I hate boats. But I really do. Like, that was all my worst nightmare. Like, I would never do that.
But it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I give it, like, a solid, like, I would put it, like...
That was
out of the movies that are out right now, it's pretty at the top of my list.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see Solo. I haven't seen that yet.
It was just so well done. And the way they filmed it, they really showed, like, how hard it was to do every single thing
like,
that she
Shailene
did.
Woodley as an actress, like...
is...
Wow.
I've always thought she was
So do I. I love her in Big Little Lies.
Like, let's go back to Secret Life.
I watched the whole thing.
I think that show is, I'm sorry...
A work of art.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I love it.
You love it?
No, I mean...
It's so badly written.
No, I love it. No. I'm talking, like, I'm being, like, satirical in the sense, like, it's a work of art because it was so bad.
Right, it's so bad you couldn't not watch it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I was being satirical. Sorry if I thought I was serious.
But her acting in that show, I was always like, this girl can act. Like, that's what I always used to think when I watched it.
I just thought the whole show was so, like, funny.
But didn't you think she was good in it, though? I always thought she was so good
I thought she was okay in it.
I was always
like I say it's a work of art because it was so, like, it was like a train wreck you couldn't look away from.
Right.
That's why I use that terminology.
Mm-hmm. But she's amazing, and Sam Claflin has been coming out.
Yeah, and
really.
And the thing about one of the first things I said, like, after we realized that he was dead, I was like, why does Sam always have to die in movies?
Yeah,
like Me Before You.
Mm-hmm. That was
another tearjerker.
But really good movie. I really noticed the cinematography in this movie. I was like, wow, this is really impressive.
The sound design was incredible.
Like when that part in the beginning where they're like jumping off this cliff, and then Sam Claflin's character is jumping off the cliff, and then you can obviously, like, well, I noticed, I'm sure you did too, like the cameraman's literally jumping off the cliff with him into the water and like comes out, and I was just like, wow, this is awesome.
I mean, like, the cinematography with the water was incredible.
Yeah, like the way they chose to film the water, they tried to film it in a different way, and I thought that was cool.
I thought the CGI was pretty good for, like, the storm scenes. I didn't really...
Ooh, I remember too something about the storm scene. I wanted it to be a little bit brighter on the screen.
Yeah.
It might have just been the theater we saw it in, but, like, I couldn't really see that big old wave, like, the way I could see it in the trailer. Because I think it was the screen. It could have been the screen. That whole scene where the storm is really coming, I couldn't really see anything as well.
And then also during the whole storm scene, like, they really can't hear each other when they're talking, and that's how it's supposed to be. But the audience can't hear what they're saying either. Mm-mm. And I wish, like, the sounds of the waves in the storm were just a little lower so you could hear as an audience member what they were saying.
Yeah,
because I had no idea what they were saying.
Besides that, it was dope.
It was really good.
Really enjoyed that.
And I was impressed by their performances.
Yeah.
Especially Shailene.
Like Shailene, I cried a little at the end. I don't know about you, but when
I got full body chills.
She shot the little thing and she had the thing over her eyes, and she was like, ah, the way when I heard the other boat signaling that they saw her, tears.
I didn't tear, but like, you know, when you're like laying down and then your whole body gets chills. That's what happened to me. Mm. It was a nice body.
She did some really good work in this film.
Yeah,
but I really liked that. So go see it.
Definitely go see it. We'll be back. I hope you like the setup. Let us know if you like it or literally hate it.
Well, there's not much we can do about it right now.
If you like really like, we're not gonna do all our videos like this either. Like if we have time,
if we have actual time, we'll
I kind of want to do a video like kind of discussing Marvel Universe in general, and that's like a sit down.
That's
video.
like a lot of time.
Need some time. Need to edit, but these are just gonna like go up straight how they are,
and that's it.
So yeah. And hope you like it.
We'll try to do more stuff soon, and
yeah.
See ya.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.